What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Captain Trucker, welcome back to the channel. Well, we got some big news today, folks. Starting June 10th, a new law has gone into place in the Philippines, okay? Something that vloggers need to be aware of. And the question is the party over? So check this out. Starting June 10th, 2025, this law went into place, folks, all right? And basically, it's of my opinion that it's with regards to filming in public. But I'm going to read to you what it says. NPC Circular number 2025-01, body-worn and vlogging devices, effective June 10, 2025. NPC Circular 2025-01 applies to anyone using body-worn cameras, action cameras, or smartphones for public recordings. This includes vloggers, so it's not just for police or security guards. This says cops, but I say police. Wow. But check this out. There's a lot more, okay? Registration if monetized. Any vlogger monetizing videos must register with the NPC via their online system or office, or face fines / show cause orders - penalties can reach 50,000 Philippine pesos. I don't know if a lot of people knew that. Now, I'm just reading what I read here. I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a legal expert, in case that wasn't obvious. Maybe it isn't, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to speculate, guys, okay? I'm just going to give some opinions. These are just my observations. Yeah, I think the Philippines, through all the drama with Vitaly and other vloggers and all the complaints, they're probably getting tired of some of this stuff, you know? And, you know, a lot of people film in public, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, I filmed in public before. I mean, a lot of people have. But you got to, like, make people aware of this, okay? So it's kind of, it's going to be kind of concerning, you know? And I don't know who they're going to prosecute and what's going to happen, but this is now becoming a new law, folks. Masking bystanders, so they must blur faces, especially of children and vulnerable adults, using available tech. Transparency in notices. Provide clear plain language before recording that it may be uploaded or monetized. Include a privacy notice on platforms detailing how people can object, request, removal, or erase data. Fairness. Recording must not be oppressive. It must be proportionate, lawful, and respect people's rights. So, you know, in other words, like, you know, you can't just go out in public and film people, I guess, especially if you're going to be some rude person or be totally obnoxious. Like, oh, she looks hot. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Or just like walk into provinces and neighborhoods and like start filming people. And I don't know, man. It's kind of a, you know, we're walking a tightrope there, right? So this is all kind of, I mean, vloggers got a lot more rules to follow, apparently. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think for some guys, you know, this could be potentially problematic, right? I mean, there's obviously some people doing some really silly things, and, you know, people have been talking about it for a long time. But I think it's the nature of dopamine and YouTube and the views and everything. And I think a lot of what's going on is these vloggers, they kind of sometimes get famous for the wrong reasons, and they kind of get sucked into the algorithm, the vortex, you know. Do the algorithm, Billy, make sure you pander and I'll make you famous. And they say, okay, algorithm, I'll do whatever you want. And so they get a video that basically gets traction, and then they go ad nauseum style, and they become like just totally sucked into the algorithm. They just pretty much do whatever they want to get views. And it's kind of what's going on with some guys, you know. They start off doing something stupid, and so they continue doing stupid stuff, and they just can't help it, you know. Well, they can help it, but I'm saying, you know, they become blind, so to speak. And you know, it's kind of like the deception of the algorithm, right? So I mean, you know, on my channel there was a period of time where it was going through a growth phase. And, you know, I made sure that I was kind of like doing the messages that was making the channel grow and getting traction. I guess we've all done a little bit of ad nauseum at sometimes, where you kind of repeat the same messages. But I mean, whatever I did, I genuinely meant it, you know, and I kind of just, I got a little bit of traction by happenstance. It wasn't like my whole goal in life. But I think for some guys, you know, they get addicted to it, and you know, then they start like thinking they're more important maybe than they are. I'm just joking. Well, I'm just saying, I mean, that's what it kind of does. And they get on these weird tracks, and, you know, then it just becomes like everything in their life. Like, hey man, I'm just trying to help people. Don't persecute me. I'm just trying to help people. All I do is help people. And you, you get people with messages like that, right? Who face different criticisms and controversies, and then you just get some guys in public constantly filming people acting like total jackasses. And I think the Philippines is probably tired of it, I would imagine. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's going on. And you know, speaking of the algorithm, I kind of try to just, for me, I go and I like to vary my material. So you'll notice I'll do one video and then it gets a lot of views, and then I do another one, it'll get like 500 or 1,000 or 2,000. And you know, I'm kind of happy with that these days, because I don't really want to just sell out and pander to the algorithm. And you know, I do love YouTube and I love Google. I own Google stock. Go buy some. But the algorithm's its own beast, you know what I mean? And like, some people don't realize that they're getting pulled into this matrix, you know what I mean? And they kind of start to lose control of themselves, and they don't realize that they could be inadvertently causing damage, even if they're not intentionally doing it, right? And that's kind of what happens to some guys. So, something to watch out for, man. Other legal risks for foreign vloggers: defamation / privacy invasion. Uploading private stories or personal anecdotes without consent can trigger civil claims for defamation, invasion of privacy, or moral damages under the Civil Code. Cybercrime and disinformation. Posting false or misleading content may result in cybercrime charges. Example, cyber libel, misinformation. In fact, 4 foreign-based vloggers were recently charged by the FBI under the DOJ over disinformation. Cyber harassment / online abuse. Disclosing someone's private info, doxing minors, or harassing them online can lead to criminal or administrative actions under NPC guidelines and the Cyber Crime Prevention Act. Okay? All right. Well, there you have it, folks. That's it. Did I read the practical steps for foreign vloggers yet? Oh yeah. Craft and post your privacy notice, so clearly outline how individuals can contact you. Objective request removals. I think I already said that part. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, the algorithm's a trip, man. You know, I mean, I notice like when I experiment with videos, if you've noticed that, like I'll do some, I don't know, working on my stand-up material or whatever, like I'll talk about random subjects like in a kind of a comedy context, and then like YouTube will like suggest it next to really weird videos, and it's almost like a psychological mind game that the algorithm plays. And this is where some guys really get tripped, you know, because they fear, like once they start getting traction, they're like, oh my god, I gotta keep making these types of same videos, I gotta talk about the same subjects, I gotta show women, I gotta film in public, I have to do it, I'm gonna lose my views, oh my god, I wasn't popular in high school but now I'm popular. And that's where they get in trouble, because they don't realize that maybe we're not so important, guys. Maybe we're part of a psyops of some kind of like other greater thing going on in the algorithms, that sometimes we're just pawns in the game of the algorithm. So I always say, you know, I'm trying to make like original content. Like if you really watch all my videos, and by the way, I'm grateful for everybody who watches my channel. I really am. Especially the hardcore guys, like, you know, there's probably a good couple thousand of you that really have supported me through like every video on all different subjects. Yeah, man, I don't want to pander. Like I want to make a real channel, and I want to make original content, and a lot of guys do. But what happens is they get sidestepped down these tunnels of algorithmic deceptions and so forth, and they kind of get lost in it. So they got to be careful, man. I mean, this is reality, and we've seen what's been going on, okay? And obviously, Mr. Vitali was an extreme example of an obnoxious nuisance streamer, but there's other flavors and shapes out there we got to watch out for as people. I mean, I'm sorry, we got to watch out for ourselves and what we do. I mean, we've all made mistakes, right? I mean, oh, and by the way, yeah, you got to register too. I don't know if a lot of people knew that, but that's what I'm reading here. This is according to my sources that I'm reading. I'll post this in the video too. But yeah, there you go, folks. That's it. Well, share your comments. It's Captain Trucker. Appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go for a jog. I'm down here in I'm in Texas somewhere. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.